Akam jirtin daawwattoota keenya ana qopheessaa sagantaa tanaa Dammaqsaa Ahmed qophiin tun qophii sagantaa barcumaati. Ara keessummaa kabajamaa qabaannee isinii dhiyaannee jirra. Keessummaan kun yeroo gabaabduu keessatti waa hedduu keessatti hirmaatee jira. Waan keessatti hirmaate keessaa Pride of Australia Medal Award, the State Government Trainee of the Year, and now nominated for Channel 9's Australian Young Achievers Award. Nu waliin ture isin jenna. Jemal, welcome to the show, my brother.
Thanks, Dammaqsaa. Thanks for having me here, bro.
No, it's a pleasure. I had to get on this story. You're doing a lot of great work in the community. So tell us a bit about yourself.
My name is Jemal Mussa, and I was born in Oromia, Bia, and I moved to Nairobi, Kenya when I was 8 years old with a family. We lived in Nairobi for quite long, and then we moved to Barcuma refugee camp where we stayed there for like 7 years. And yeah, before we got granted humanitarian visa to come to this great country.
How was it transitioning into the Kenyan way of life, you know?
Well, I guess it was, I was young at the time, and it was easy for me. Like, you know, I just found myself in the society, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, as you grow up, you're trying to kind of forget yourself, where you come from, you know, like your identity. When you fit into others, it makes you forget where you came from.
You be a part of that environment completely.
Exactly. Yeah. That's like, I'm totally Kenyan. Like, people be like, I'm from Oromo, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, at the end, you know, I have to embrace who I am. But I guess,
yeah, most definitely. In order for you to be yourself, you have to embrace yourself.
And yeah, we know when you're young, you don't know the value of who you are. You know, like you need to trace up where you came from and all that. And but I realized when I was getting older and when I came here, a bit, it's kind of understood my identity, trying to be who I am, rather than trying to fit someone else. You know.
Growing up in Kenya, what were some of the things you did? You know, did you play any sports?
Yeah, I played quite. I played soccer mostly there. That's the only sport, you know. Yeah, and then I went to school there. I went primary school. I went a bit of high school there. So the only thing I did was the school and play football. And this gave me a lot of opportunities, you know, to like to put my name out there. I played for the academies there. Played for a couple clubs when I was young.
Was there a lot of you know, people from your background that were playing in the Kenyan teams, in the clubs?
No money, but like there's a lot of Oromos. The time that we used to play together when we were young, but they left, you know, like people come in and go out in Nairobi.
Look, being in Kenya, there's also a lot of challenges, you know. Being anywhere, there's a lot of challenges that come with being in an environment. Doesn't matter where you are. So what were some of the challenges in Kenya for you?
Well, personally for me, as a young person, you know, there's just so much going around, you know, like in terms of crime, and you know, there's so much, you know, crime, drugs. There's so many things you can get involved into. But you know, I say alhamdulillah because my family was very strong in terms of like pushing me to school and like madrasa and football as well. Like even though they didn't like me to play soccer, but you know, I had to do it. But they didn't know the value of soccer that kept me away from so much until now. So that's why I take football as like priority, you know. Well, most of my friends that they didn't play soccer at the time, they were involved in so many things like crimes and drugs and all that. And like every morning I rock up to school, I see not many people showed up. Like, what the hell, what's wrong, you know? They go shut down, you go, you know, why? The crime, you know, robbery, got involved with robberies. You know,
involved with the wrong crowd.
Wrong crowd, you know. But yeah, I say alhamdulillah, I've been away from all that. And that's why I really wanted to encourage young people. And when I came here, I always had a dream, you know, like someone kept me, someone saved my life when I was there, like my coaches, you know, outside the school, you know. So I wanted to help those people that helped me. That's why I wanted to come up with an initiative, Boots for Africa.
So tell us a bit about Boots for Africa. How did that start?
Boots for Africa is an initiative to support young people back in Africa, and especially in a refugee camp where I was in Nairobi. So you know, initially the project started by myself. And then, you know, I realized I should call a few of my friends. I give them a call like, hey, I need a pair of boots, bro. Like, I'm going back to Africa, you know. If you can help me out with those pairs, if you don't use, like, can I take it? I'm like, my friends was like so excited about it, man. You know, it's one of my close friends. He's like, hey, Jamal, I'm really happy. I'll help you out. I got like 4 or 5 pairs. I get you that. And Sam, he went to his club. He talked to his the club president, say, you know, Jamal is doing this and that, and I'm helping him out. Like, what do you guys think? If you can help him, you know. All boys get behind him, you know. The club president donated. Yeah, he came up with the 50 pairs of soccer boots and like brand new 30 pairs of balls. I was so excited, man. The same thing, I went to my club and asked, and the support was amazing. I wouldn't say, oh, this is my initiative or my, you know, project. I wouldn't do anything by myself if it wasn't surrounded by good friends that helped me out.
Boots for Africa is a really great initiative. I'd like to take my hat off to you for that, man. What was the main drive?
Well, you know, at the time I was going back home to see my family after 15 years that being apart, and I was like, a lot of my friends, they always inboxing me on Facebook and like, hey, Jamal, man, can you get a pair of boots, like Jamal, this and that. And the pair of boots here is not cheap, as we all know, you know. Like, sometimes I say, inshallah, you know, I will one day, you know. And personally, me playing barefoot when I was there, like, it's not long ago, you know what I'm saying? But I have 3, 4 pairs on my backyard sitting, like, collection, you know. I'm like, we're taking this thing for granted here, you know. And I know my close friends, they still play barefoot, you know. Why would I not do this thing, you know? That's what drives me to do this initiative.
Yeah, good on you, man.
Yeah, and also like just keeping away the youth away from so much like drugs and all that, and then, like, you know, give them opportunity to fulfill themselves and, you know, their potential of being a professional soccer player. This might motivate them, you know, be player.
Yeah, but like most people, when they leave a community or, like, for example, the refugee camps, no one goes back and gives back. I don't know if there's other people that are doing the same initiative as you, but the fact that you have gone back and given back to the community has given you so much, that's, you know, that's an amazing work, man. Well done. And once again, you know, great job.
It's all the support that I get from the, you know, all the friends, and, you know, the whole South Australia was supporting me. And like I've set up a goal when I collected the gears, it was like 140 kg.
Wow.
140 kg is like 8 boxes of massive boxes. So I was worried, you know, and I can't afford. I have to pay, man, you know. And then I was worried. I'm like, I was sitting down every day on my desk crying, like, how am I gonna send this, you know? And, you know, and like we sit down, me and my friend, like, what can we do? And they was like, let's set up a Go Fund. And then we set up a Go Fund. Within a couple of weeks, we reached the target. I was just set up $2,000 for the ship, you know. And we reached the target, and then, like, very close friends, they donated personally in account. And there's another guy, a very close friend. They did similar project before, and, you know, when he saw this on a paper, he called me up, like, Jamal, he's one of the, you know, businessman in South Australia. He was the man behind my project, and he really supported me financially and everything.
When you went back to Kenya with all the football gear and the boots and stuff like that, how did the community in Kenya receive you, the kids there?
Wow, it's the amazing thing ever. Like, the joys, the happiness that you see from those kids. Wallahi, man, like, it's a great experience ever. And, like, I put myself in that shoes. That's me, like, just a couple years ago. If someone give me a pair of boots, this is the blessing ever, like, you know. Like, my best day, it's dope, bro. The whole year, I'll be enjoying that pair of boots, you know what I'm saying? But I know the feeling, you know. If you come through the pain, you know how it feels.
Exactly.
So that's the thing, bro. But everyone's so excited, man. Like, I organized a tournament there. Like, we had 8 teams, like, from diverse Oromo, Somali, Kenyans, everyone participated in the tournament. And like we organized a trophy with my old coaches.
Yeah.
They've been really helpful as well.
Going back to that refugee camp where you grew up, was it was there anything that was changed? How did you see it?
Yeah, there's a lot of things that's changed. Not many like old people that I know, like especially like Oromos. Most of them they're in other Western country, most of them, and mostly like the Kenyans were still there, obviously, but they were really happy. They say, Jemal, we have never seen this. No one ever came back and see us like.
Once
We
they
just
leave, they go.
once they leave, they go. They
Yeah.
forget.
Yeah. Once they
Like
leave.
I said, man, I had to do this, man. This is where I went to school, where I started my education, everything.
That's
It's
where you
the
learn-
hood,
That's where you become
who I
yourself,
am,
who you are
who I
now,
am
yeah.
today.
Yeah, most definitely.
And yeah, in Kenya, when I finished primary school, I've got a scholarship. I couldn't, I never thought I'd go to high school because we couldn't afford the money as well, for high school. Luckily, through my coaches and, the soccer, I've got a scholarship to go to one of the best high school in Kenya. There's a boarding school. Yeah, I went there a year.
How long did you study there for?
Nearly 2 years before we came here.
In your experience, what are some of the moments that you got caught up in that was very challenging, and how did you overcome that?
Well, I say for me and for other people, the police are the major issue in Kenya.
Yeah.
Mostly, almost like they don't go out at all.
Yeah.
Every day they in, bro. Like,
You're on house arrest, huh?
hey, you come out, police nisik away, you get a house, they hustle you, bro. Malaka sira for any.
They take money
Some
from
of the people they don't have a support, bro. Like, look, man, where's you gonna get that money from? You get arrested, you be in jail for like how many days till the community come together,
Put money for
put
bail,
money
yeah.
for you, yeah. Like the hardest, bro.
Yeah.
Wallah, man, and they do this as a business. The police officers there, like harassing people, and you legally there. You're not illegal or anything. You have a proper document, the UNHCR document, but they don't care. They rip it off. They take it. Like some people, they don't even want to show that because if they
tear it
take
up.
it, they tear up, bro. Easy.
Wow.
And you worked hard to get this paper. It's not something easy for you. This is your passport. Like, someone ripped your passport. Like, how do you feel, man?
Yeah. It'll be hard to
So you
start
better
out.
hide that. At least pay some money and
Yeah.
be free. I can say that's one of the hardest challenge that me and many people that face.
For what's a normal bail? What's the amount you have to pay to?
Depending,
Your
man.
bail.
Depending. Maybe 2,000 Kenyan shilling.
How much is that in Australian dollars?
$20.
$20, huh?
Yeah, but it's massive over there. It's big money.
That's crazy. Has anything happened to you personally like that?
It happened. That's a good one. hey, there's a day, man. There's a day I was one of my friends sent me $50. Like, it's a close friend from Canada.
Yeah.
Bro, I had that money and I'm gonna pay that for my school fees.
Yeah.
And one of my friend works one of my cousin works in Garissa Lodge. So he called me up like, hey, can you come and we go back home together? He was
He's scared to go on
He's
his own.
scared, like, I'm the hood boy,
Yeah.
Like,
People know you.
People know me around and like, okay, anyone comes. So I was working with him and I realized as soon as I saw the police on the side, I realized the $50 like click in my mind.
Yeah.
Shit, I have money in my pocket. Yeah, and then suddenly the police, they just came to me straight.
Yeah.
Nah, they didn't catch anyone.
Yeah.
Me, bang.
Yeah.
Like, what do you have? And they suspected me like the way I dressed and all that. If you wear skinny, like
Nice clothes.
Yeah, no, like even not nice. The way, like if you wear skinny pants, like hats, like you wrong person to wear that. I was suspecting you like you're a thug or something. So I was wearing that's what I wear. So the guy came and bang, he started searching me, bro, like and he took out the $50. Where'd you get this?
Yeah.
$1? Rich boy. So yeah, at the end, I had to cry, man. Like, this is my school fees, Like, which school do you go? I have to mention all my teacher, my head teacher. Everyone at school, the school that I go, like, hey, no far, my school is just around the corner.
Yeah. I'll take you if you need
I'll
to.
take you right now. Yeah. Yeah, he gave me, it was $50 and 750 Kenyan shilling. So he took 750 and then he returned me $50. $50 and 250. It's two people working with me. He's like 250 for both of you.
Yeah.
When you guys get home, you're gonna pay this guy. That was the funniest thing ever. It's never happened to the
Did
police.
they pay you back, the
Hey,
guys?
they pay me. But nah, they're my guys. Like, nah, don't worry.
As long as you got the $50
Hey,
back.
that was the main
That's
thing.
the main thing, bro.
Hey, you don't play around. They don't play around with money, man. That was, I think that's a history, man. Never happened. Police see money in Kenya and get back to you. I don't think it ever happened.
So that was like history in the making.
I'll never forget that,
Yeah.
man. You know, I cried, man. And then, like, you know, the beats that I get as well, like with that boots
Yeah.
bang. I'm like, it's crazy, man. It's crazy.
That's crazy. So you stayed 7 years in Kenya.
Yeah.
So when you got the opportunity to come to Australia, how's that feeling now? How did you feel when they gave you the
like
visa to come here?
in total, we stay almost like 10 years
Uh-huh.
between Nairobi and Kakuma refugee camp. So luckily, like at the end of 2010, we got granted a humanitarian visa from Nairobi. We're lucky, you know, to be here in this great country. And yeah.
How did you feel when they told you about the opportunity of you getting the humanitarian visa and going to Australia?
Oh, it was amazing, man. I always like Australia, honestly. I always in love with Australia. I never had a dream of going to any other country. I used to Google like about Australia,
Yeah.
like soccer team, and you know, like because the population is very small.
So you have more chance of becoming
making a profession. You know, that's my mentality.
Yeah.
And then I've got a friend from Perth. He came back from Australia, and we live in neighbors. And he was telling me he came to watch my game one day. And it's like, wallahi, Jemal, if you're in Australia, man, straight up, man, you play professional, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Man, I was so motivated, man. Like, I can't wait to go to Australia, you know?
So when you first came, where did you
We
arrive?
first arrived Perth. We lived there for a year. And then, like, my family was like, oh, they didn't want to stay there. And then they moved to Melbourne. And my sister didn't like, me and my sister kind of didn't like Melbourne. So like, oh, it's too much, you know? I'm like, and she came here, my sister came here, but we're still in Perth. And she's like, man, I'm in love with this city. Like, it's very quiet.
Where? Adelaide?
Adelaide, yeah. And then she decided to stay. And we all like, how would you stay there by yourself, you know? Like, between city area, you don't know anything. And then like, we all thinking like, come, you know? So I was like, man, we can't live by ourselves alone. I said, man, I gotta go live with her, you know, no option. And since then, you know, it became my home.
How was it when you first came here? Obviously, it's a new environment again, once again, from Kenya to Australia.
Yeah.
How was it adapting to the Australian way of life?
That was the hardest thing, man. Like personally, man, what made it easy for me was playing soccer. That's the main thing. Soccer made it easy, smooth transition to where I am today. And as soon as I came, you know, I knew a few people, the Oromo boys, they helped me out. You know, get to know people around with soccer. They took me to the club straight up, you know. I played for a club, and yeah, that's where I start meeting people. Because I didn't went to high school here. You know, it's hard.
Australia has its own challenges. What are some of the challenges that you face
Here,
transitioning to Australia?
socially, it's totally different. We more social in Nairobi. People knows each other. Everyone, the whole hoods, neighbors knows each other. They know who you are. They know you are a Ilmabaluti, you know.
Such and such. Son.
Yeah, here, you don't know your neighbors. That was a shocking thing when we first came here. It's only us, man. You know? You have to find your Oromo people from north to south. That's the only two families that connect together. Yeah, that's the hardest part. Especially for like older people, man. It's really hard. It's really hard.
Yeah, because for yourself, you're still, you know, a young man, and it's when you're younger, it's easier to transition. When you're older, it's very difficult.
It really is,
because you're not, you know, in social places like soccer. You know, soccer's been a great place of, you know, transitioning for you in Kenya and now in Australia as well. So did you play professionally when you came here? Did your dreams come true?
No, I actually, unfortunately, didn't. I played semi-professional, like with the local clubs here, the top local clubs. And when I came here, especially when I moved in South Australia, I played for under 19s state teams. And then I went to Canberra for nationals, and where I got selected for the under-20s national, yeah. And but at the time, you know, I wasn't citizen, and then like due to document issues, yeah, so I couldn't travel with the team.
Okay.
So that was
Very
another setback, yeah.
Yeah.
But came back and started playing with the local clubs.
You still play now?
Yeah, I still play, yeah.
What are some of the things that you're doing at the moment? What are you involved in?
At the moment, I'm involved in within the community, you know. So I'm one of the leaders within the youth groups, you know. I'm just trying to keep the kids, you know, the youth away from so much, and trying to, you know, like make them easier transition. Like, you know, I don't want them to go through what I went through. You know what I'm saying? I want them to find easy way to access everything. Like if it's education, give them the right direction. Like this is this, this is that. You know, if you go through this pathway, this will get you there. You know, like it's something that I never had for myself. No one showed me like, oh, when I came here, I struggled a lot. I didn't know where to start at all. You know, that's what I think is affected me a bit.
It kind of set you back.
It set me back. But now, but if someone get that, it would be, you know, it would be easier for them. Do that within the community, not only like within Oromo community, but the wider, like African community as well. So, and also like Boots for Africa initiative. Boots for Africa is gonna grow as well. This is something I want to keep doing, and also here we're trying to like few like-minded people. We came together, 4 of us, and then we trying to implement a program that gives young Africans an opportunity to, you know, to
Excel.
To excel in their life. You know, show them the right direction and keep them away from trouble. Yeah,
yes,
exactly.
Yes.
But here, when young people come from Africa, it's very hard when they see a lot of things that never seen before. You know, they get carried away easily.
Yeah.
So that program is more like education and, you know, positive activities. You know, so, yeah.
Yeah. So helping them, you know, become themselves and become contributors to the community.
Exactly.
Rather than being a hazard to the community. Or whatever.
Exactly, man.
The black community within Australia, they don't really have a good image at the moment. So the things that you're doing will help them to be better contributors to the community and help them integrate, you know?
Yeah.
And that's great, man. I hope you guys do well.
That's the main thing that drives me too, you know, from here. It's not only for, it's not something that I do myself, for myself. I do for my community, for the African community, you know. And then this is something that makes we accepted as a refugee, you know, and gives another refugee opportunity to be here. That's the main thing I want to achieve. They want to see that we've seen a lot of young people on the newspaper, on the news doing bad things, for the bad things. We want to see some good stuff as well from the refugee background. You know, that's the goal. But they have seen this, you know, they appreciated what I did, and they've been supporting my initiative, so which will continue give back to the community. So, yeah.
Yeah. That's really great, man. And in order for a community to evolve and be like actual contributors of the community environment that they're in, they need to be in a place where they are, you know, kept away from the wrong things and being involved in the wrong things. You know what I mean? And the initiative that you guys are doing is something that will guide them to the straight way, and you know, and also because sadly the bad stuff overrides the good stuff that the African community does within Australia, you know, and for us to rectify that, you know, we need to start things like that. And you know, once again, you're in the right path, man. Good job.
Thank you, Domesa. You know, this is the support. You know, it means a lot to me. Like, especially when you community get behind you. You know, everyone support. It makes you things go easier.
It gives you that extra drive.
Extra drive. Now I've got all this support. You know, it makes me like, what is next that I need to do? You know, how am I gonna help my community? You know, that's the main thing. Am I contributing to my community? Am I contributing to the Australian community? You know, the Australian, they give us this opportunity to be here. You know, so we need to appreciate. We need to give back locally and internationally. That's why we're trying to set here. There's a program. The program is called One Football Culture. So it's gonna run every Wednesday, in the city, like just young people come together, play football, eat food, have fun, you know, at least for 3 hours.
Be in a positive
Be in
environment.
a positive environment, you know, and give them confidence to be who they are.
Yes.
You know, that's the goal. That's what we want to achieve. And you know, hopefully, in the future, we can do more in terms of South Australia wide.
And I think with young people, you know, if they have someone, an image, a positive image to
look up
to,
Yeah.
then it makes it easier for them to do good. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And look, once again, bro, I'm really, really happy of the work that you're doing. Are you working at the moment? You know, what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm currently working with within the government. I'm a public sector. I work with the South Australian Police.
What should we expect from Jemal Mussa in the near future?
Well, you know, the future looks great. You know, and I would like to take things step by step. But currently, I'm focusing on just making myself better every day from who I was yesterday, and hopefully, you know, get done with my education, you know, full-time work, and keep doing what I do. Like keep my work will give me working within the government will motivate me, and you know, and keep giving back to the community.
During your journeys, you've been nominated, as we said at the introduction, Pride of Australia Medal Award, and also the State Government Trainee of the Year.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, how did you accomplish those things, and what else are you nominated for?
Well, you know, like I've also finalist currently finalist with Channel 9 Young Achiever Awards, which will be announced on 28th of April this month. And beside that, when I came back from back home last year, I won Pride of Australia medal, and that is regarding the work that I did overseas, giving back to the refugee camps and communities. Before that, with my work, is an initiative was implemented by Premier and Cabinet in South Australia. So the program is to give young people to get involved into like public sector for 4 years contracts. So they wanted to employ about 500 people within 4 years program.
Yeah.
So I was lucky to get the opportunity to work within the state government, and then they give you 1 year program, so where you can study and work. So I did well, obviously, both on job and in class as well. So the way I get to get a Trainee of the Year award, like over 100 people got involved as well. So for 100%, you know. Yeah.
Props to you, man. Tell us a bit about the Channel 9 Australian Young Achievers Award.
The award is in a category of multicultural youth, spirit of resilience, that give opportunity for migrant young refugees that are excelling in this country. And someone nominated me for the awards.
From all the great work that you're doing and the fact that you've been, you know, given all these awards, it shows that, you know, if you do great things, you know, the Australian community will embrace you even more. So, you know, for all the young people that are out there, I guess, you know, what you're doing and the things that you're doing should be evident for them to see that, you know, if you do good, you will receive from the community. You get rewarded from the community.
Yeah.
So
and you know, obviously, it's something that I never wanted in return as well. You know what I'm saying? And you know, but when it comes, you gotta honor the awards. You know, I honor the awards. But I never wanted something in return. I do this for a love. I wanted to do. You know, I see myself in that shoes. Not long ago, 5-6 years ago, that I used to live in that life. You know, so now here I got a good job. I got a good shelter over my head. You know, so I need. It's something like is obligation for us to give back to where we came from.
for young people that are within the community who are struggling with identity crisis and trying to fit in, what are some of the advices that you have for them?
This is the major challenge that was for me as well. You know, when I was in Kenya, I tried to fit somebody else.
Did you experience that here in Australia as well?
Not for me. Since I came here, I'm who I am, you know, and everyone accepts it as Jemal Mussa. So like I see a lot of people trying to fit into others' culture, you know, into Australians' way, but that's good. But you don't have to forget where you came from. You know, remember, even if you're born here, you have to remember your family somehow. They came from somewhere.
Yeah.
You know, be proud of what your family's heritage, and accept it. And you know, embrace your culture, embrace your religion. I think that's all I can say about it.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
When you truly embrace yourself and who you are and love yourself, that's when you can give back to the community positively. You know?
And others will love you for
Yeah,
who you are.
exactly.
You know,
If they don't love you, don't worry, bro, because
you know,
you've been you know?
Yeah, I've never
So-
used to speak Oromo when I was in Nairobi because I feel I'm too good to speak Oromo.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You're
So-
pretty much Kenyan, you know?
Yeah, like, but it's a, you know, it's a child mentality. You know, I was a kid at the time. I didn't know. Like,
Yeah.
I work out with my friends. The Oromo guy say hi to me. I'm like, oh, hey, good. You know? Poor, you know.
Yeah.
You know, you know, some Swahili word.
Yeah.
Just like, you know.
You don't
this
respond.
Is,
Yeah.
This is, you know, something when you go through when you're young. You know.
Yeah, most
But like
definitely.
when you grow up, you gotta embrace it.
Most definitely.
Definitely, and especially like if you are someone within the community, like educated or all this, you need to come back and give back to the community.
most
You know,
definitely.
your education will value the community. If you, what is the point of having your degree at home if you don't give back to your community?
Exactly, most
They will
definitely.
tell you straight up on your graduation, like, you know, hopefully this certificate will help you. You go back to your community and help
Others achieve great
others
things.
achieve great things. You gotta be a role model. Come
most
back,
definitely.
contribute within your community. Yeah.
Yeah, most definitely. Thanks for coming on the show. You know, we truly appreciate you, man, and you know, all the best with the future. And it looks bright, man, and I'm very proud, man.
Thanks,
Oh, man.
Damesa. It's been pleasure being with you guys
Yeah.
here, and I really appreciate you guys driving all the way from Victoria to South Australia.
No
man.
worries, man. We had to get on the story, as I
It's
said.
a love,
bro.
man. It's a
Yeah,
love, man.
no
I
worries,
really
bro.
appreciate it.
Man, respect.
Hopefully, we can do this more
Yeah.
together. And
Most
yeah,
definitely.
and
But before we finish, there's something that we do. It's called the Barcuma challenge. You know, I'll have 5 questions for you.
what is that?
If you get those questions right,
Yeah.
you get to spill a bucket of water on me.
What?
If you get it wrong,
You for real?
I get to tip a bucket of water on you.
Come on, baby.
So if you accept the challenge, then it's going down. If not, then you know we call it a day. You know we conclude here.
Oh, it looks funny, bro. It looks
Yeah.
fun, man. I gotta accept
You accept it?
I gotta accept that.
It's going down. Bro.
Hey.
Okay, I have 5 questions for you.
What's
Alright.
that question, though?
Okay.
Hey.
We start easy.
Okay. You
Okay,
have
so-
to ask your question as well, or you only have to ask?
No, I'll ask you 5 questions. If you get them right, then you know you get to tip the water on me. If you get it wrong, I'll get to tip it on you. You have to get all 5 right. Not
Okay.
3, not 2.
Are you
5.
serious?
Yeah. Okay. So we start easy. So name 3 regions in Oromia.
Region?
Yeah.
Hararge,
No pressure.
Arsi, Walaga.
Okay. All right. If would you give CPR to a homeless person
Yeah.
if they're dying?
CPR for a homeless person
Yes.
if they die,
If they're dying.
depending the situation,
Yeah. So if they were about to die, would you give them CPR?
I will give them CPR.
Really?
If the, I'll try my best and then call for assistance.
No boy, I like that.
Hey.
Respect. All right. So, is it harder to tell someone you love them, or is it harder to tell them you don't love them?
It's harder to tell them that you don't love them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's right too, bro. Right answer.
Yeah.
Okay. What's heavier? A ton of bricks or a ton of feathers?
Feathers.
Feathers?
Yeah.
All right.
A flick of feathers.
Sit your ass down, man. Okay. How many questions is that? That's what. That's 4, yeah?
this is 5 or 4?
That's 4, bro.
5, man.
That's 4. That's 4 questions.
All
bro.
right, one more.
Yeah, one last one. Why did the chicken cross the road?
They were nomadic.
What?
Nomadic. They
What's
were searching for better place to live.
okay, I'll give you that one. But you got one wrong, bro.
Hey, which one?
when I asked you what's heavier, a
Than
ton
feather.
of a ton
Feather.
of bricks or a ton of feathers?
Feather.
Which one's heavier?
Did I say
A ton of bricks or a ton
and
of feathers?
Feathers, like. I said bricks,
Bricks? Yeah. You got it wrong, my nigga.
Did I get it wrong?
Let me repeat the question again, all right?
No, I've never.
A ton of bricks or a ton of feathers?
I'll go with the.
Think about it.
I'll go with the bricks, man.
Bricks?
Yeah.
All right, bro. You're getting water tipped on you, bro.
Come on,
Hey,
dude.
bring the water.
Are you serious? You planned this for me.
Bring the water, man. Bishan, fida, Bishan.
Oh my God.
Give me the water, bro.
Oh man. What question was that? Did I miss the mess again?
Okay. I said to you, right? The question, everything else you go right. And initially we're gonna put a bucket on you, but we decided to go a small jar, okay? So because we love
Wow.
you, we're not gonna tip a whole bucket on you, you know?
Come on, man.
So the question you got wrong, my friend,
Yeah, what question
is
is that?
a ton of feathers and a ton of bricks.
You say a ton.
Yeah. So
What was I thinking, man?
it's the same.
Oh,
There's no difference.
Aye, man.
So unfortunately,
since I accepted the challenge,
Yeah.
man, you know,
so how?
I'm a man of a word, you know.
Yeah, most definitely. Welcome.
Hey, Anis Ningorami. I gotta do, yeah? Ali Ningoru.
Because we love you. You have to
go
go to me as
two-way,
well.
man, you know?
Okay, it has to go.
Hey,
There you go.
yeah.
There you go.
Let's do this.
All right.
Let's do this.
Before you do
Okay,
it,
okay.
it's too much, yeah?
So
Before
the
we
mess
do it,
up.
right? Before you do it, let me just get rid of my phone and stuff, and my wallet, things that might get damaged. I'll just throw it over here to the side. Yeah, thank you.
Well, you made it fun.
So yeah. So
Sitting like a,
should I take this off too?
Ah, man.
Ah.
Wait, I didn't take my stuff on.
Yeah. So whenever you're
Sitting
ready.
like a,
Eh?
sitting like a.
Nah.
Ni bai tell me won't be in the good.
Yeah, well, it's good. Yeah. So
Hey,
Whenever
actually,
you're ready.
actually, I really want to congratulate you this
Oh,
time,
thanks,
man,
bro.
for your, you know, for your marriage.
yeah, thank
Wish you all the best in the future, bro.
This guy doesn't know how to put water on someone's face. He missed me. I gave him a chance. I'm a good host. I give you a chance. Hey, you need glasses. As you can see, there's not much water on me, but thanks for
This
coming to
guy's
the
so
show once
lucky,
again, bro.
man.
Thanks, my man.
Wallahi,
Appreciate
man.
it, bro.
Appreciate it. Thanks,
Appreciate
thanks
it,
for
bro.
having me.
Let's
man.
do a handshake, man. My man. Daawwattoota keenya qophiin irraa isinii dhiyeessinee jirru asirra raawwattee keessumaa keenyaan galatoomuu jecha akka isin vootii gootan abdii qabna. Linkii description jalatti isinii maxxansina ammaas peejii keenya irratti barcuma irratti laxxafnee achirraas argachuu ni dandeessan. Vootii godhaa isa kana hordofaa namni hawaasa keessa waan gaarii dalage bira dhaabbachuu qabna isiniin jaa. Akka isin qophii tanarraa gartee gorsa fudhattanii waan kana hojiirra oolchitan takka hawaasa keessatti hirmaattanii bu'aa takka hawaasaaf gootan abdii qabna. Osoo hin deemne jecha jettee isinii qabna. Oromoon makmaa isaa keessatti gorsa walii dabarsiti. Gorsi kun gartee waan namni tokko itti yaadee ifirratti argu takka. Jetteen tun maal yoo jetteen walii galan alaa galanii jette Oromoon. Tanaafuu haa walii galluu obboleeyyan keenya haa alaa galluu isiniin jaa. Galatooma turtii gaarii isinii hawwaa naga itti tura.